welcome back to my channel. If you already know me, hi, it's nice to see you again. Why am I like this? Can't just be polite and nice for 1 second. No, I have to be like a gremlin. If you have not been here before, expect this kind of nonsense a lot. My name is Icarus Androgynous, also known as Apollo, also known as Phoebe. Take your pick, I really don't care. Yes, it's a long name and I'm sorry, I'm gonna sniff a lot today for some reason. I wasn't sniffing before, but now I'm talking to you guys. My body just wants to disgust you as much as possible and hopefully make you leave me alone, so I feel like I'm actually correct when I think that no one likes me. Depression. This is my first proper plant tour. I haven't done one properly yet and I've been meaning to for many months, but let's be real, COVID has me feeling like no one cares, I don't care, and the thought of actually being responsive and human-like in front of a camera filled me with such dread that I just ignored everything and played the Hades game on Nintendo. Anyway, I am back. And you might have noticed that I'm now into vintage stuff again. I actually was into vintage stuff, but we're talking like when I was 13, 14, I used to wear vintage clothing. And I'm now 25, so that was a good long while ago, but I'm back and I'm making clothing. Maybe I'll do some videos on that. Do let me know if you'd like to see me make vintage clothing from vintage patterns. I would love to have a go and show you guys. So, let's get into the plant tour. I started collecting plants kind of around the beginning of lockdown. I've already had a plant here and there. Sometimes I've killed them, sometimes they're fine. I've always loved plants, but during lockdown, plants were a way to control my environment when the rest of the world was completely out of control. And then I discovered plant YouTube, and then things got bad financially because I started spending money on really beautiful plants which make me incredibly happy but make my wallet cry out in pain. And let's just say, I'm a masochist for pain. Without further ado, hope there's no children watching. Here is my plant tour of my many beautiful plants. Roll tape. Okay, here we have my little set of shelves that a friend of mine very kindly gave me. I've got a very nice whale fin over here. Hoya linearis. Woo, I can't say that. Let's have a look at this. Linearis. I do struggle with my spelling and pronunciation. It's growing very well under this light. Here I have some very basic jade plants. And this section here I have my grandfather's record cabinet. And going up we have my first plant I ever actually bought. This Hoya Crinkle 8, which has been a true love of mine. Right here we have a cutting from my elbow monstera. It's in some nice sphagnum moss right now. This leaf is just some next level kind of stuff. And then I have my little mini monstera which has been climbing up the wall. So nice. It's just, God, this is a pretty plant. And then I've got another cutting here which is a little bit more sad in nature, but it's doing well, and that one's actually in soil compared to this one in spag. Okay, now we have my pride and joy. Obviously, if you're a plant nerd, you know exactly what this is. It's an Ikea cabinet, which we've been altering into greenhouses. English, awful. Okay, in this corner, it's not a rare plant, but it's my philodendron micas. Micas? I'm just going to put all the goddamn names on the screen because I cannot say them. Here I've got myself a little variegated string of hearts, which is honestly delightful. So pure. Here I've got 2 black velvet alocasia, which, I mean, just look at this leaf. And this one actually, if you can see in the back, has got a new leaf coming through, which makes me ecstatic. We have a gigas philodendron which has got these just delightful leaves, and it even is putting out a new little leaf, which is good because I kind of ripped off the other one by mistake. And you need to stop, Mr. Humidifier. On this side we have, behind I have a Bell Marks, which is currently in perlite. I'm trying to make it happy, not entirely sure if it is. It is slightly variegated. I got it for quite cheap because obviously this is an old leaf and these two are new and not variegated, but I'm hoping if I can make the plant grow and be happy, I can chop it and chop to the point of the variegation, and then I can have a nice variegated plant. Here we have my very juvenile form Anthurium Viettii, and this one as well is just a very stunning leaf. Thank you. This is a little Alocasia amazonica, very simple, still so beautiful. And now we're moving on to the bottom level, which is under a different sort of grow light, and I've completely forgotten what it is. Right at the back we have a top cutting of my Monstera albo, which is currently in sphagnums, and it is honestly so beautiful. Up top I have a little Hoya Publicarix Splash. It's a little bit more freckly than a splash, but it is stunning, so it makes me very happy. This side I've actually got my Magnochrysum, which as everyone seems to, I struggle with like a lot. It's like okay, but it's not great, and I'm just, hopefully one day it'll be happy with me. Over here we've got a Verrucosum. This is the leaf that it was shipped in, and this is the leaf that I've just gotten. I love it, and already it's giving me more, and I'm shocked because it got here and the plant was so cold that I completely removed the soil from it, which I usually don't do after getting a plant in the post, but the soil was ice, so I got it out of the soil, got it into something warm, put it on a warm mat. Didn't try to shock it obviously, but it obviously worked. Just look at it, so cute. Anyway, over here we've got my lovely little rattan cabinet, which I found at an antique shop. Very nice little purchase there. This is my pride and joy, my Alocasia Friedac. It is something else, this plant. This I could look at every single day for the rest of my life and be happy, and yes! Moving down, I've got my Hoya Crimson Queen, or Princess, which is the one which has the variegation in the middle of the leaf. I think it's Princess? Princess. And it's also growing up the wall, and it's lovely and light stressed right now, so it's got this beautiful pink variegation going on. Oh. Over here I've got 3 more jars of Monstera albo propagations. I will actually be selling some of these, so if you're interested, hit up a comment below, let me know. And as you can see, the roots are doing very well. Here we have a Hoya compacta, which is just a very basic one. It's very cute. I like it a lot. Well done. Yes, wonderful. The next spot in my bedroom is actually the shelf above my bed. So let's go from the wall outwards. On this corner there is a Philodendron Prince of Orange. It's having a bit of trouble right now with its leaves not unfurling, but I'm going to leave it be. This was sold to me as a Florida Green Ghost, but it's been having a lot of trouble, and I'm kind of wondering if it is a green ghost. We shall see, but as you can also view the leaves, it is struggling, and I can't seem to fix it. Over here we've got a dark cardinal, black cardinal, and this is one of the things where, like, look at that red coming through the leaf. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to say stunning a lot. Maybe I should have a counter to say how many times I say stunning. Here we have a Billietier. Again, it's doing okay. It's got some yellowing. We'll see. This, I have no clue what it is. I actually got it from Kew Gardens, and it is the most bonkers thing ever. And I love it, but I have no clue what it is. It's got like stripy stems that kind of have little spines on them. I don't know. Obviously this is an orchid. It was a present from my auntie. I have no clue what type of orchid it is, but it is a beautiful orchid nonetheless. And here we have a Dischidia. I can't remember which type. I shall put it on screen, but it just falls down above where I sleep, and I just dropped a leaf. At the end of my bed, I've got another Alocasia amazonica, which is just... And then you're gonna see me. Hello! The illusion is completely lost. We have my Thai constellation, which I'm obsessed with. It's just such a beautiful plant. Although I'm so sad, this leaf would have been so majestic. But I have cats, and Noctis, my little one, managed to run here and knock half the leaf off when it was still unfurling. So you know what? Great. But it's still doing so well. I'm so proud of it. And this is me. That's my shit. Up here we've got another little jade plant, which is doing okay. That is dead. And then we have a Philodendron Red Imperial. Not really that red, more brown autumny, but whatever, it's doing its best. A little Birkin, which we all know what it is. Got this on the cheap, which is great. Anthurium clarati, oh dear god, this is going to be one hell of a video. This one, people know what it is, it's beautiful, well done. This is another pride and joy of mine. It's obviously a ZZ Raven, but, and I know you guys know this, but look at the contrast between the dark leaves and the new green coming through. They are some of the most beautiful leaves out there, and they're not hyped up enough in my opinion. Moving on, we've got another elbow propagation going on here. Here we've got my little string of turtles, which is a propagation I took from the mother plant. We've got a Maranta with the red stripes. I can't remember what variety this one is, but it's a variety. Going up, we have my big ass string of turtles, which has been growing very well. But I do need to give it a bit of a prune and a bit of water, and it should be okay. Moving on to this corner, I have my Calathea Tricolor Tristar. One of those two. Yeah, this tells you that I'm an expert in plants, can't even say things. Now this cabinet's going to be a little bit hard for me to say what I've got, because this is the cabinet where I get stuff and then just forget what they are. I throw stuff in this cabinet in the joy of having them and then completely forget what they actually are. So let's open this bitch up, and we have my succulents and cacti. I try and keep the humidity quite low in this cabinet for obvious reasons, but the light is very bright. When it gets to summertime, I will empty this out, put the succulents and cacti on windowsills, but for now, we are just, they're chilling, they're having a good old time. I've got some lithops in that corner, and some Horophia, some tiny little propagations, which are doing very well actually. Some more little propagations, including some more string of hearts. And then some big ass cacti. And this one I love, but I'm having a struggle with it as well. It's not that happy with me. But what can I say? I'm a hard master to please. Let's close up the doors. Are we missing any other plants in this room? No. We are not. I shall move on to the next room. Now we're in the spare bedroom. But here we have my Philodendron Xana something. It's doing good. It had an issue with thrips and I seem to have managed to sort it out, but we'll see in the long run, won't we? Here I've got a little bird of paradise. A very beautiful bird of paradise, but it's very slow growing. I have another orchid which died. And I've got a peperomia water droplet or something like that. Moving on to the windowsill and the epic brightness. I've got a little succulent. In here I've got bulbs for my alocasias. I'll show that in another video. Here is the baby leaves of the original albo plant, and I'm hoping, against hope, that I can get some more half moon babies off this, because it did have half moons, but unfortunately the shipping just killed it. This is a very dead succulent. In here I've got some jewel orchid stuff going on. Moving on past the sewing machine and the endless sewing supplies, I have another succulent tray which is doing very good actually. I need to repot some of the stuff, it's getting a bit too big. And then I've got some donkey's tails here, all doing great. Up here, past the signed poster of Tom Hiddleston, yes, I met him, I'm so happy. Happy birthday, Tom. It's his birthday as I'm recording this. I've got a jungle cactus, which is beautiful. On the balcony I have a little Pelia and a Kentiana palm and another Claratium. Please forgive me, I've turned to voiceover. This is my joy, my delight, my Monstera deliciosa. His name is Robert Plant. If anyone gets that pun, you are 100% a joy to be in this world with me. Oh, that sounds quite conceited. I'm very tired and I need a cup of tea. Robert is giant, he's at least 15 years old, and about yesterday I actually separated him into 2 vines, so that video will be coming soon. He's a delight and I love him. And that's that. And that is my entire, well, not really my entire plant collection. There's a few more, but there's just like, they're not that interesting. They're palms and stuff, but I will do another plant tour if this one does well, and maybe in a few months time when I have some more interesting stuff coming in, because I have placed a few orders for some nice damn fine plants. Right, I'm gonna head off and I hope you have a great day, have some sunshine, get some serotonin, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye darlings.